everyone, this is Yuki's English News Program. We're going to take a closer look at the UK Brexit referendum. 皆さんこんにちは。世界の人と話そう英語ニュース、ユキです。今日は先ほど結果が出たばかりのイギリスでの国民投票について勉強していきます。Brexit という言葉、皆さんは聞いたことはありますか？これはイギリスを意味する Britain と出口を意味する Exit を足してできた新しい言葉で、イギリスが EU を出ていくことを意味します。早速今日のクイズです。Question 1、イギリスのキャメロン首相は EU 離脱派、EU 残留派、どちらの意見でしょうか？ Question 2、EU に参加している国は現在何カ国ありますか？ Question 3、今までに EU を離脱したことのある地域がたった一つありますが、それはどこですか？ではニュースを聞いてください。On Thursday, 23rd June, the historical referendum was held in Britain. The question was, should the UK remain a member of the European Union or leave the European Union? After a neck-and-neck race, the result shows the Leave side has won, with more than 51% of the vote. On this issue, the British public have been evenly split, according to the poll. There are many people, including former Mayor of London Boris Johnson, who support Britain's exit or Brexit from the EU. They believe the EU imposes too many rules on business and charges billions of pounds a year in membership fees for little in return. They also want Britain to reduce the number of people, including immigrants and refugees, entering the country to live or work. On the other hand, many people, including Prime Minister David Cameron and 16 members of his cabinet, wanted Britain to stay in the EU. US President Barack Obama and leaders of other EU nations also wanted Britain to remain in the EU. They say it gets a big boost from membership. For example, it makes selling things to other EU countries easier, and the flow of immigrants promotes economic growth. The EU is an economic and political partnership involving 28 European countries. It began after World War II to foster economic cooperation, with the idea that countries which trade together are more likely to avoid fighting with each other. It has since grown to become a single market, allowing goods and people to move around, basically as if the member states were one country. It has its own currency, the euro, which is used by 19 member countries. The capital of the EU is Brussels, Belgium. By the way, has any member state ever left the EU? The answer is yes. In 1982, Greenland, one of Denmark's overseas territories, held a referendum after gaining a greater degree of self-government. A majority of the population voted for Greenland to withdraw from the EEC, which was effected in 1985. The minimum period after a vote to leave the EU is said to be 2 years. では、クイズの解説です。Question 1、イギリスのキャメロン首相は EU 離脱派、残留派、どちらの意見でしょうか？正解は残留派でした。離脱することを英語では leave、残留のことを remain または stay と表現しますが、キャメロン首相は、英語ではこう言っていましたね。Many people, including Prime Minister David Cameron and 16 members of his cabinet, wanted Britain to stay in the EU. イギリスに EU に残ってほしい、stay してほしいということで残留を主張していました。Question 2、EU に参加している国は現在何カ国ありますか？正解は28 countries、28カ国でした。これは簡単だったかもしれませんね。Question 3、今までに EU を離脱したことのある地域がたった一つあります。それはどこですか？正解はグリーンランドです。正確にはグリーンランドは国ではなくてデンマークの自治方で独自の自治政府を持っています。グリーンランドでも1982年にやはり国民投票を行った結果 EEC を脱退しています。EEC というのは当時の EU の名前ですが、その当時は European Economic Community 欧州経済共同体と言われていました。いかがでしたか？英語ニュースは聞き取れましたか？これからも世界の動きに注目しながら英語を勉強していきましょう。Thank you for listening. See you soon!